means where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello. To you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here. Y'all, we got to talk about some Married to Medicine because, very emotional episode for sure. So, with that being said, let's get to it. Higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down that iconic intro there. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music, rather? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all you here. Hopefully, your Tuesday is going well. Yes, it is Tuesday. Okay, just have to make sure up here it was Tuesday. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Hughes and Culture because I just saw this on my Instagram right here. Breaking news. This happened 22 minutes ago. According to published reports, a Department of Homeland Security whistleblower is behind the release of personal information belonging to roughly 4,500 ICE and Border Patrol agents. A breach some experts are calling one of the most significant in the agency's history, rather. So, just in case you did not know, now you do. All right, there it is there. All right, let's get to some Married to Medicine because this was quite an emotional episode for sure. So we start off the episode with Dr. Jackie. It is 2 a.m. and she is dealing with the babies, right? Angel is at the end of her shift. A man did not want to keep his clothes on. And I have heard this from female friends of mine that because they are in the nursing field, that they have some wild stories about being nurses, right? Dr. Mimi had a rough day today, and Steve works at the office, and she said, "Pray for the people. The people are hurting. I am the people." I'm like, you know what, Dr. Mimi? I'm not even mad at you, right? So then we get Quad, right? So Quad, Angel, and Heavenly are all talking about, Quad's journey to becoming a mother. And Dr. Heavenly brings up the fact that King and Quad have sex 15 times a week, which was shady, my lord. So then Contessa comes through. And so there's 4 fertilized eggs in Ghana, right? And there's the bag versus the child, right? And basically what that means is there was Dr. Heavenly's bag versus Dr. Heavenly's son, right? So Angel feels a way about what Dr. Heavenly did. And, Contessa said that Toya did not one time say anything about her son. Now, everything's in the eye of the beholder, right? So with that text message talking about you need to say that to Eugene and your family includes sons, right? You know what I mean? So, well, from Dr. Heavenly's point of view, when she said that. And my thing is this, right? I think at this point, if you have to talk about child, you're doing too much. You know what I mean? I don't think that Toya had to go there, and she goes there again in this episode. And Toya wonders why she gets the smoke that she gets. And listen, I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, everybody was somebody yesterday, right? I'm assuming that Toya has not always been able to get a Birkin bag. Okay, she probably has had some fake Birkin bags in her life, so it's not really a big deal. But leave the kids out of it. You know what I mean? Just as a general tip. So then we get to Dr. Heavenly's son, and Dr. Simone looks up everybody's ish because she can, and Quad is like, who would look up everybody's ish? And Dr. Contessa said, focus on you, Dr. Simone. And Dr. Simone would have looked up the VIN number to the Rolls Royce. And Dr. Heavenly told Quad that. Now, I'm going to be real, right? If you got to look up the VIN number to somebody else's vehicle, you got too much time on your hands. I agree with Dr. Contessa. That was way too much to look up the VIN number of a Rolls Royce. Really? Really, Dr. Simone? I just, no. Like anything that I've done on YouTube, right, has always been public. Like later on tonight at 8:30, we're going to read some documents in the continuation of Malagograms and Megan the Stallion, right? Those documents are public. But I've never looked up anybody's VIN number. I never looked up, background check, this, that, and the third. It's like, stop. That's way too much, right? So then we get to King, Eugene, and Cecil. They're at a barbershop. So King got back Sunday night, Monday morning. And, King is given to others, but he's neglected his needs of his daughter and his time, right? And we do forget that men are also a part of the pregnancy. But this is the thing, too, right? That I have to say to King is that, like, you and Quad are on this journey together, so it is what it is. And not to mention, too, I think about all the women that have went through IVF, they went through surrogacy, they went through adoption, and the emotional toll that takes. So I do think that while King was, kind to be able to support Quad on that, if he didn't want to do it, he should have been upfront about it, because now Quad is in this position where it's like, okay, you're my man, and we're trying to have this kid together, but yet you don't want the kids, and then it creates resentment, this, that, and the third. And, there's always a time and place to have a discussion about everything. So then we get to Dr. Mimi, right? So Stevie, for those of you who don't know, Stevie has autism. So Stevie is upset that his sister Savannah is not there. And Savannah is staying with Mimi's mom for the week because, Steve and Dr. Mimi believe that, Savannah has the right to be able to be a 7-year-old. And I have to tell you, when you have a kid with autism or disability, it can be extremely trying. I remember when I had autism, and still do, but back then, hello, Rocco Walsh, hello. Back in the day, when I was smaller, all I could do was scream. My mom said this to me, I'll never forget. She said that my tantrums were my way of trying to communicate. It wasn't to piss anybody off. It wasn't to make anybody upset. It wasn't to disrupt the room, but I was trying to speak, and I could not speak, right? Now, there are autistic kids that do eventually get to be able to speak, so I'm pulling for Stevie. In addition to that, there are some kids that, they never get the chance to speak, and I feel so horrible, saddened, and broken for them, because every kid should have their voice. And that's probably what Stevie is going through. He is just trying to communicate. He's not trying to hurt anybody. He's not trying to disrupt the room. He's not trying to be a burden on anybody. He is just trying to communicate. And when he comes across that way, it seems like it's in a bad fashion. So I'm pulling for Stevie. I'm pulling for every kid with autism, every kid with disability. You are somebody. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. And if an adult tells you that you are nobody, guess what? Their parents didn't love them enough, because they're a damn nobody. No adult should tell a kid that they are nobody. That's a damn shame. A damn shame. A damn shame. And before anybody gets on to me, there are some women that should not be mothers. There should be some, and there's men that should not be some fathers, and y'all damn well know it. And some of y'all might be out there watching me right now, knowing that you ain't a good damn father or a good damn mother, and you need to do better by your kids. Because when kids get to be 18, they also get rights too. So if you wonder why you're missing out on grandchildren's birthdays and your kids' biggest accomplishments, and when they're getting more money or getting more this, that, and the third, you ain't getting of it, it's because of how you treated them and how you raised them. Now, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, don't take what I said to offense. Okay, just keeping it a buck. All right, so just talking about kids here, so just keeping it a buck with y'all. But anyway, shout out to Stevie, pulling for him, for sure. So it was a heavy clinic day, and they have a women's mental health clinic. And shout out to Dr. Mimi and Steve for having that. There needs to be more of those across the country. I remember when we did I remember we showcased a map of all the black doctors in America to help you have a pregnancy, and it was not as full as it should be. And Steve is amazing in being supportive because Dr. Mimi was like, nope, he's got the lamp, he's got the lamp, he's got the lamp, he's got the lamp. And so he was like, you sit down. I'll go get Stevie. So well done, Steve. So then Dr. Heavenly, right? Now, Dr. Heavenly says, I have a new man in my life. I'm like, wait, what? Now, before anybody goes off and makes a YouTube video of, the Kimes have an outside child, that's not the case, okay? Travis is Dr. Heavenly's brother, half brother, that is. And Travis is 59 and Dr. Heavenly's 54. So Dr. Heavenly's dad was a Rolling Stone and had, a life. And he was an army man. And, it changed Dr. Heavenly's view of, men for her because she thought her dad was here. And, I'll never forget what Bishop T.D. Jakes said about pint-sized capacities versus 10-gallon level people. And, he said your parents were broken when you got them, right? So they're only doing what they know, and then they pass that down to you, and then there's some brokenness in your manual, so you pass it down to your kids, and then, so on and so forth, right? And, they were getting ready to leave, and, as they were walking out, Travis was going to pay the bill. Like, I'm your big bro, I'm not your little bro. And they both talked about their kids, running away. And I have to tell you, it was quite nice to see Dr. Heavenly human. I know that sounds shady, but to see Dr. Heavenly like calm, to see her not be shady, for her not to, be extra. It was quite nice and refreshing. So I would like to see, Travis more often, as much as he wants to be on the show, right? So then Dr. Jackie gets called because there's this mac and cheese off, and Dr. Heavenly doesn't know how to make mac and cheese. Moving on. So then we get to Cecil. Cecil is from LA, but there's a long history of this mac and cheese recipe from Marshall, Texas. And Dr. Simone said that she used to make mac and cheese. And Cecil said, you mean the Kraft mac and cheese? I'm like, Cecil, she still made mac and cheese, bro. Come on now. And Simone said that, she has her signature spaghetti, her chili, her barbecue chicken. When we got to the chili, Cecil said, well, that's because you made the chili out the box. And Dr. Simone said, that's why I stopped, making stuff, because nobody appreciates me. And Cecil said, I'm glad you got that off your chest now, Cecil. You were a bit extra for saying that, right? That's how your wife felt. That's how your wife felt. And so Dr. Simone then says, I am going to stop giving a fuck about people who don't give a fuck about me. And I feel her on that, right? I think that every parent, every human being, whether it's in a relationship, friendship, being a parent, being a business owner, what have you, has been at that level where it's like, I'm gonna need the energy to match or I'm done here, right? So when it came to that comment, Cecil felt a way about it because Cecil, he's a real estate agent, and you think about the history of those two being together, and he was like, I'm offended at what you said. It's just like, well, I mean, do you hear where she's coming from? And Cecil said, well, if you're able to say what's on your mind and it was hurtful and be able to apologize, I should be able to do the same. And, you know, Cecil said that, I can't agree to everything. And Dr. Simone said that would be amazing. And Cecil said, that's not who I am. And then Dr. Simone said, I'm very soft spoken. And then Cecil said, yeah, you're soft spoken when you sleep. I'm like, dude, you gotta go sleep with this woman, right? I'm just like, not soft spoken when you sleep. My Lord Jesus, the shade, the shade, the shade, the shade. So then we're at Toya's house, child. So Ashton is cooking the mac and cheese, and there is a roux sauce. And Toya said that Ashton has developed his dad's style of cooking. He enjoys making things difficult. Now, Toya, just because you can't cook does not mean you have to down your son's creativity. Okay? Because, like I said, let him go on Hell's Kitchen and win the whole damn thing. And then he starts getting a culinary career. You're going to be like, yeah, go ahead and do what you do. Good Lord Jesus. Is Toya the Wendy or Faisal of Potomac telling her kids what they can and cannot do? You got to go to college in order to get this money? No. Like, let your kids be who they want to be. I remember when Wendy, son said, I want to, own Chick-fil-A. And when he was like, Chick-fil-A, it's like, them be a franchise owner, let him learn about franchising. Like, you don't know what your kids' interests are. And when you don't allow those interests to grow, let me flip the reverse around back. When you stifle your kids' creativity, you also are stifling them from being able to live. And I don't think that's cool. So, and Toya, you should be more supportive to your kids and your husband. That was completely disrespectful to knock down Ashton like that. Okay, just because he wants to be creative and because you ain't does not mean you get to disrespect your son like that. I just felt like that was just out of line. Hey, Colton, good to see you, brother. Long time no see. I miss you on Saturdays with Ray and Love, brothers. Good to see you, my man. Hopefully all is well with you, and thank you, Rocco, for that as well. Yes, indeed. So after all of that, we're with Dr. Heavenly um, at her, family reunion. Dr. Contessa cannot be there because she's with Lauren and her pageant. Um, and, Dr. Damon and Zach um, came, and Zach talked to Junior 2 weeks ago, and it's called the Physician's Family Reunion, right? Dr. Simone lived in Nashville. They did not do family reunions, but if somebody got out of line, they got knocked through a window. I'm like, good damn, okay then. Dr. Eugene's family didn't do family reunions. Toya said it was fun for the kids, and then child, Toya said, is the other son gonna show up? Now, Toya, you damn well know what Dr. Heavenly is going through, right? And you pointed that out was to do what? Come on now. You was being petty with that shit. See, Toya's gonna get her ass caught up with her own mouth. Okay? Listen. And it's just like, I don't know what it is with Toya, but does she have a job? And I know everybody says, well, we're watching Toya do her job. Okay, and what's your point? That's one job of many. And I'm not saying reality TV ain't a job. Like, to have cameras in your face and to be mic'd up for 6 months and then to be judged by the world, that is a job, okay? But good Lord Jesus. Like, all you gotta do is wake up, look pretty, which pretty's in the eye of the beholder, child. But wake up, look pretty, and just be an at-home wife. That's all you gotta do, because you don't do nothing else, child. So that's neither here nor there, but just stop. That was uncalled for with what you did to Dr. Heavenly. Just uncalled for. So then Dr. Mimi said both sides used to have family reunions, her mom's side, her dad's side. And then there's this guy named Edwin that could be Steve's dad. And Steve was like, no, we're not going to find him. We're good. But Steve, life has a funny way of bringing things back around. And so Quad and King show up in this Ferrari. And the producer was like, are you afraid of Dr. Simone looking up the VIN number? And Dr. Simone said, not Dr. Simone, but Quad said, you can come in the Ferrari, Rolls Royce, Land Rover. They're all expensive. Pick one. I'm like, my Lord Jesus Christ. Okay. And so Quad Brian, the whole city of Memphis, according to Dr. Heavenly's words, Angel comes through, and Dr. Bernard is Angel's friend. Travis, Dr. Heavenly's brother, comes through. And, Dr. Mimi and Toya said that, nope, I don't know you if you ever become my half brother. Now, I will say this. There was a story on the Oprah Winfrey show, right, about Oprah having a half sister. And ever since then, they have figured out their relationship. And you would think that, having somebody show up at your doorstep saying that they're family to you is out the way, but it happens a lot more than you think. Now, I would rather have Dr. Mimi as a family member than Toya Bush Harris, just keeping it a buck. Hey, CC, you're good, my friend. You are absolutely good. Love you as always. You are good, my friend. I'm glad to have you here. So, but yeah, like I said, I'd rather have Dr. Mimi as a family member than Toya, because can you imagine Toya as a family member? Let you do anything wrong in life. Man, you know what? I thought I paid this, but it didn't clear through, so I got away from you didn't pay your bills on time? No, Toya, it's called life happens sometimes. Good damn. Just because you can be a lazy ass don't mean everybody else can. Good damn. You imagine Toya, actual family reunion, always being the judgmental auntie. Meanwhile, her closet ain't clean for shit. I have a couple now I wish I could get rid of. Not that you wish you could get rid of is crazy work. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, Toya has a nasty attitude. She does. She does. And I know that there's some Toya Bush Harris fans. I don't give two flying damns, fucks, or shits about y'all. I really don't. To point out that Dr. Heavenly's son didn't show up when you know that she's going through something. Now, God forbid Toya goes through something, and then Dr. Heavenly matches that energy, then Toya want to, run with her head between her legs. Like, come on now. Like, that. No, she's got nasty energy. And there was some waste of a life subscriber that tried to check me about the joke that she made about getting a burger was harder than having kids. And I said, now, if a man were to say that about Jordans versus his kids, he would have been dragged. And then this person said, well, nobody asked for an advocate. I'm like, my Lord Jesus, I'm just keeping it a buck that if a man were to say that, it would have been cool. Then this person tries to justify, was it limited edition Jordans? The heck? Some of y'all, I don't know why y'all exist. I really don't. Do y'all not know how crazy that was for a grown woman to say that compared to her kids on national television? I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, but hey, y'all live your best life, y'all. I just no. Let my wife say that about my kids on national television. Excuse me, can you cut the cameras real quick and turn the lights off and turn the microphones off. Yeah. You really said that? You really said that about our kids? Really? That would be like hosting Family Feud is harder than being married to her. Do you think that's going to go well for me on national television? You know what all the women going to say? Well, you ain't no good nowhere. You don't look like a Morris Chestnut, this, that, and the third. Like, come on, y'all. We can be honest with each other here. Good damn. Moving on. So Alora is 19 years old. Good damn. Good lord, good lord, good lord. So then we find out that one egg did not make it with a quad. And so Toya is manning the box. Now there's this mac and cheese off, and everybody's got a vote and stuff like that. And Toya's son wanted to vote for somebody else. You know what Toya said? I'm canceling your vote out. You're not old enough to vote. Toya, it's over mac and cheese. It is over mac and cheese. One more time for the one more time. This is over macaroni and cheese. And you're going to cancel his vote out for what? I'm confused. By the way, if this was supposed to be a family reunion, you couldn't bring no wine from your wine club that's non-existent now? Come on now. So anyway, Brandy shows up. There's lightning and thunder. And, basically everybody sees that Toya rigged it. And then Toya does the most once again. So she goes out. Let me see here. Ooh, Lord. Tell me how you really feel. Toya is the most selfish, arrogant person, always put everyone down. What she does, what does she do except work her husband to her early grave to keep her lifestyle? I fully agree with that. I think Dr. Eugene would have more DMs if they got divorced before Toya ever would. And I said it. And y'all ain't gonna do shit about it. Like I said, when it came to the, Beth being beautifully honest, trying to talk about Tasha K versus Tisha Tales. And I said, if you put Tasha K in a circle and you put Jill Scott in a circle, everybody's going to go over to Jill Scott over Tasha K. You put Toya Bush Harris versus Jill Scott in two different circles and ask who do you want to marry, fuck, and live the rest of your life with, everybody will go over to Jill Scott. It's no contest. Stop this shit. Toya is another human being upon the planet that lives with all of us. God bless her on her journey. Damn. Jesus. And for those of you who believe that I'm taking it too far with the Birkin joke, go back to that episode and look at Eugene and Ashton's faces. Excuse you having a baby shower for a Birkin bag? So it wasn't just me, okay? It was the men on the show that felt it. Okay, all right. So back to the episode, y'all. So Toya goes out with Angel and Dr. Bernard, 10 years of knowing each other. And Toya broke girl code by saying, I'm going to hook you up with somebody. To this comment right here. To this comment. Okay? And then Toya had the black audacity, black proxy, and black imagination to ask how Angel was in bed. Now, Toya, sweetheart, honey peaches, wasn't you just upset with Dr. Eugene at y'all party that you tried to do the most for with these games and stuff that nobody wanted to play? And you said, fuck these bitches. I'm using your words. You said, fuck these bitches. You said, fuck these bitches. And they can't be themselves without their husband. Right? That's what you said. And so then you go to some business that ain't even yours to attend to. And it's just like, he says respectfully they're trying to work it out, this, that, and the third. And it seems like they're not together, but they seem like they could want to be together. And then you just bust up the spot. And then you ask how another woman is in bed when you didn't want them to talk about how you treated Eugene. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, Okay. 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 I mean, really, really, I'm very confused by your existence. I'm very confused by your existence. I am very confused by your existence. Okay. Very confused. So then there's a dance off. Um, and family is more important to Dr. Heavenly. And I know Dr. Heavenly, in the words of the Silver's podcast. By the way, shout out to the Silver's podcast. Love you, value, embrace you so much, beautiful. You're very good people. Don't you ever forget that. And glad that everything's going well for you. Um, but yes, with that being said, I know she calls her Dr. Hellish, but even in that scene, what I mean, it was nice to see Dr. Heavily human. You know what I mean? So now with Quad, there were 4 eggs in Ghana. One has reached a slower stage, and then the 3 others reached a cleavage stage where they may not develop optimally. And so Quad feels like a failure. And I felt for her in this because, with women, especially black women, they get too mad, they become angry, they're over emotional, this, that, third. And it goes to the fact of when you're a man, when you're a woman, you feel like you have to do these things in order to fit into society. So if you can't birth life, you're a failure, which that's not true at all, right? There are plenty of men that, they have problems that they can't produce, but that doesn't mean that they're a horrible person, right? So that's becoming, it's still taboo to talk about, but it's becoming more prevalent because, hello, mental health is real. Mental health does affect the physical health, right? And so, King says you got to think about your mental health and how you go about this. And then Kwa said, I will do this and I will do it without you. And King said, let's be practical. And here's the thing. I feel like with King, at this point, you're in it with her. So I get that you're trying to be practical with her, let her know, hey, let's think this through. But sometimes, man, I've learned this, right? Sometimes the biggest thing you can do is just listen. I know, I know. My mouth, Braylon Lee, the entity I am. Braylon, did you just say sometimes you need to shut up? Yes, I did. Okay, Braylon Lee can be wrong about some things. Okay, Braylon Lee has, went off at the wrong times about things. Okay, but has at least apologized and tried to do the right thing and move forward with a good, energy of integrity, responsibility, accountability. But hey, sometimes people don't want to receive it. Other times they're not open to it. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person, you're a bad person, or we bad people. But it's all about the context, conjecture, and connection that you deliver it. So I get that you say you were trying to be practical, but bruh, just listen to Quad. She's hurt right now. She don't want to hear nothing about practicality. She just wants to be a little girl crying in somebody's arms that she trusts and cares about. And that she can just breathe with. That's what she needs right now. So in the preview, there is a rally of some sort. And then Angel has an event, and then Child something pops off with Dr. Simone. I don't know what, but something pops off, okay? And that is your Married to Medicine Season 12, Episode 6 after show review, everybody. Yes, indeed. So I want to show y'all this here. Give me a moment. Because we do have one more show for y'all this evening. Yes, indeed. Here, let me show y'all real quick. Oh, you know what? I can just take out 2. Here we go. So right here, let me show this. Then right there, you see this show right here? Later on tonight, 8:30 p.m. right here. Document Teens already has his video up, but there is Animus Curie and Withdrawal Motion. You need to be here for this. This is a huge development. So we will be live in 114 minutes at 8:30 p.m. All right. So we'll be here live, making it do what it do. And for everybody saying, Brandon, could you let go of Milagograms? No, she's a public figure. This is a media story that has very big energy for the creator economy. So no. We need to be able to talk about big things and recognize that, hey, just because we're talking about somebody doesn't mean we're going after them. It just is what it is. So I was literally on my phone yesterday and went over to document Teams on Twitter and saw them just like, okay, well, time to go live with it. So we'll be live tonight at 8:30. So yes, indeed. By the way, if you guys ever see me deleting lives, it's not the fact that the live is not going to happen. StreamYard has this weird thing where as you're typing in the title, there's some characters that you can't type. Nothing crazy. It's like a comma or exclamation point or what have you. So you got to redo the live. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. So yes, indeed. So, but yep, we are here just chillaxing. It is 37 minutes after 6 o'clock here on a Tuesday evening. Yes, indeed. Let me see if there's anything new on my phone in terms of an update. Nope, nothing new there. Okay. So yes, indeed. So yep, I'll give y'all all the way to 40 minutes, and then we'll take a commercial break. But yes, be back here tonight. At 8:30, we will be live. Okay, so I know I got a couple of comments about the background music being too loud. This is as low as I can go with the music. So, but yes, indeed, we will be live talking about that tonight at 8:30. Document Teams already has his video up, but of course, y'all know we follow anything and everything that's happening. So, yes, indeed, I know about L.A. Reid and the settlement. With the lawsuit, the SA lawsuit that happened, and child, it just seems like everybody is being revealed, like Cat Williams said, and whatever L.A. Reid did was fucked up, wrong, and was just disrespectful. Yeah. So and like I said too, as a side note, it's not like there are not some celebrities that, they have a person on call for their release. Mike Tyson, used to get in the dressing room before he went to go boxing, right? So my thing is, if you're going to have somebody on the payroll, make sure they're single, make sure you single, and y'all understand it, then cool, right? But in the same token of that, make sure those are the circumstances, and you don't break up marriages, and you don't abuse women. That should be common sense. Good damn. Just, everybody be like, Braylon says it's okay to have a concubine on the job. No, I did not say that. I said it's okay to have a release on the job. Okay, there's a difference there. You know what I mean? There are people that, they are companions, you know what I mean? So wherever you believe a companion is, go forth and prosper with it, But anyway, we will talk about all that and more, not the companion part, but we'll talk about Milagograms and Megan Thee Stallion later on tonight, live at 8:30. Yes, indeed. So, CC, love you and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Colton James Hodge, thank you for being here as well. And Rocco Walsh, thank you for being here as well. Show is not over. I'm just taking y'all up to the 40-minute mark, which is right here. And we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break. We'll be back after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this rolling.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braille only got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the great life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line. Introducing the
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination and experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brightly's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. You know, every time I play that commercial, it gets me excited. I've never been to Vegas, but would love to go now. I do know when I go to Caesar's Palace, I'm not expecting to see Caesar, Centaur, and everything else. But I do always love that Cleopatra is black in that commercial. If you know your history, you know your history. But that's neither here nor there. But welcome back in, everybody. Glad to have all you here. We are just chillaxing. talked about Married to Medicine. Yes, indeed. As you guys know, we are watching Real Housewives of Potomac, Married to Medicine, Ready to Love, of course. Ready to Love. We're getting closer and closer to the finale, sad to say. We'll be back with a brand new episode of our after show review show this Saturday. Looking forward to that. If you missed the last one, please go back and watch it. We had a good time. When I tell you on all cylinders, and that Saturday, y'all, I needed that laugh more than y'all know. Did you hear me? So I appreciate y'all very much for that. And like I said, right now, Married to Medicine, or you can see that from the two lives that are there. One is vertical, one is horizontal. And then, of course, later on tonight at 8:30, Milagro Grams, Megan Thee Stallion, talking about live once again. So yes, indeed. So a lot going on over here. Like I said, two shows for you all this evening. Like I said, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. I'm trying to think if I should do a regular schmegular show. If I want to do a deep dive into something, I'll let you guys know about it soon enough for you guys to see the thumbnail. Excuse me. And of course, y'all know Thursdays I am off from YouTube. And then Fridays, Friday I'll be giving y'all some new shows as well. So yes, indeed. All good stuff, man. All good stuff. So yes, indeed. So I don't know. But yeah, just chillaxing, everybody. Just chillax. I think I'll give the Daily Motivator in this one, and then we'll chill out for a little bit, and then we'll get ready for the Megan Thee Stallion Milagro Grams one a little bit later on tonight at 8:30. So yes, indeed. So. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Yes, indeed. So, like I said, hopefully your Tuesday evening's going well. It's already the third week. Well, third week, if you want to call it that, because, when New Year's Eve was Wednesday, and then we got into the new week. But this is the second official week of the new year. And then, of course, Black History Month will be here before you know it. So, yes, indeed. So, yes, indeed. Hey, one person, thank you for being here. We're just chillaxing. Glad to have you here. Let's see if there's anything going on. Nope, nothing going on there. I'm looking on Media Takeout to see if there's anything related to Married to Medicine. It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Yes, indeed. Mm. Yes, indeed. Mm. Mm. Y'all just ever have a day where y'all just like are done? I had that type of day today at my job. We had like 2 pallets today, and at the end of the shift, I was just like, you know what? I am so done. But it was like only 10 minutes left, so I really didn't have too much to do. But just still, there are some days where you're just, but it's all good. I'll put it like this: I like where I work, and I like the people that I work with. But of course, once I find the right job, I'm pretty much done. This will be my, the Lord Jesus, 8th year. Good damn. Did a whole presidency. I wish this presidency was over with, the one that we got now, but we gotta wait till 2028. But basically, done a whole presidency of working at this place for 8 years. But I will say this: with everything going on in the world right now, it is a blessing to still have a job. You know what I mean? My mom and dad have always said, I'm sure you guys have heard this too, don't leave your job until you find another job, right? So yeah. And believe me, it's easy to do. It's easy to, want to find another job and accept anything, but you don't want to accept anything and then knock off your square of what you have going on for you. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. So yeah, we'll be chilling out here for just a little bit. Yes, indeed. Like I said, if you guys got any questions about Married to Medicine within reason, please let me know. Yes, indeed. So So yep. Hey, 3 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are just chillaxing. Just got done reviewing Married to Medicine. Did you watch the episode, and what did you think about it, rather? Yes, indeed. So, and then, like I said, later on tonight at 8:30, get ready for Milagro Megan Thee Stallion. We're talking about them live because there's a huge update that you guys need to know about. And oh my Lord Jesus, you cannot make this ish up. Ish. Oh my Lord, but we'll get to that a little bit later on tonight. Yes, indeed. Hey, 5 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all very, very much. One love, much love, all love to each and every single one of you. So yes, indeed. So yep, like I said, I think we'll chill out here until maybe 1 hour and 7 minutes, and then yeah, we'll head on out. and then get ready for tonight's show at 8:30. So yes, indeed. And you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, I was debating on if I was going to do that show that I'm about to do for y'all tonight, 8:30 last night, but I'm just like, no, because I was tired. And I know how our shows are. They're very high energy, um, high frequency, and y'all expect a lot because I give a lot. So I did not want to, fail at the assignment. So. But yes, indeed. So. Mm. Mm. So yes, indeed. So yep, we're just chillaxing, y'all. Mm. Hopefully you're staying warm wherever you are. It's 46 degrees where I am in Ohio. It went from like what 50, 60 something down back to like the 20s. It was like 20 something this morning. So jacket on, jacket off weather, y'all. So yes, indeed, we're almost there to 1 hour and 7 minutes, and then we'll read the Daily Motivator and then get ready to head on out of here. But good after show review show tonight. Mm. Yes, indeed. Mm. Hey, two people, welcome in. All right, y'all. Let me get y'all the Daily Motivator, and then we will head on out of here. And like I said, I'll see you guys back here tonight for Milagro versus Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all definitely want to be here because, my Lord, we got some stuff to talk about tonight. So yes, indeed. Here we go, y'all, with the Daily Motivator. As it pulls up for us here. Here we go. To listen well is as powerful a means of communication and influence as to talk well. John Marshall, very well said, good sir. It's time for the Day Motivator for Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. Compelling vision. The benefit of any goal is not solely in what you get when you reach it. Much of the value is in what you do to achieve it. Ooh, clock that, clock that, clock that. Even if you never entirely fulfill the goal, it can nonetheless bring positive benefit to your life. Having something specific and desirable to look forward to will pull you forward. Give yourself a compelling vision for tomorrow. You'll get good work done today. A detailed plan enables you to take effective, appropriate actions. What what is it that will exactly pull you forward? What can you work toward that will empower you to overcome the distractions and excuses? Find find and focus on a meaningful endpoint that will harness your time and energy into meaningful and productive efforts. When you're sure of where you intend to go, you're much more likely to get there. Point yourself toward a great vision, one that has ample power to pull you forward. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. You know, when I think about this, right, I do think about the compelling vision of trying to figure out your next step, right? And I was talking to a good friend of mine today, and I was saying to them that even if I do what I need to do, right, and I got that thing, do you think that will do you think that'll get me a job even then, right? Because I think a lot of times we think if we just do that one step that will complete everything, and that's not necessarily true. So the first thing I'll tell you about a compelling vision is a vision takes many steps, right? So that's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I'll tell you is, what is it that will exactly pull you forward? What can you work toward that will empower you to overcome the distractions and excuses? Remember, your goals don't have to be big in order for you to get to your vision. Always say, have a goal, but have every decision be in relation to that goal, right? So if you're trying to, lose weight, maybe it starts with you walking around your neighborhood. Then once you get done walking around your neighborhood for a little bit, maybe, you might say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to the mall and just walk around. Not going to shop for none, but just walk around. Then, you go to the gym. So those are small steps to lead toward, what you want to do, which is lose weight. When you try to tackle a big goal with, the biggest energy to get to that goal, you usually are going to falter because there were steps you were supposed to do in the middle to get to that. That's the second thing I'll tell you. Finally, point yourself toward a great vision, one that has ample power to pull you forward. A vision can give you power to pull you forward, but you have to care about that vision, right? There's a scripture that says faith without works is dead. And so no matter how much you can be inspired by something, if you don't care about it, it's going to fall dead on arrival. Most things that have made an impact in the world, sorry, y'all. Oh, I didn't do that. Sorry, y'all. Let me bring that up again. Sorry. Here we go. There we go. Okay. And finally, my third point is, if you don't care about it, it's not going to get you anywhere, right? So to recap these 3 points, right? The first thing is recognizing that you're not going to have everything together, right? And that's the first thing, is making sure that you recognize what it is you want for you, right? You're not going to conquer Rome in a day. The second thing is what will pull you forward, right? What will pull you forward depends on what you will care about. And then the third thing is, just because you have that vision doesn't mean that it's going to be done overnight, right? So that is the daily moment. I'll read it one more time for you guys here now that you can see it. It's time for the Daily Motivator one more time for Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. Compelling vision. The benefit of any goal is not solely relied in what you get when you reach it. Much of the value is in what you do to achieve it. Even if you never entirely fulfill the goal, it can nonetheless bring positive benefit to your life. Having something specific and desirable to look forward to will pull you forward. Give yourself a compelling vision for tomorrow, and you'll get good work done today. A detailed plan enables you to take effective, appropriate actions. What exactly is it that will pull you forward? What can you work towards that will empower you to overcome the distractions and excuses? Find and focus on a meaningful endpoint that will harness your time and energy into meaningful and productive efforts. When you're sure of where you intend to go, you're much more likely to get there. Point yourself toward a great vision, one that has ample power to pull you forward. Ralph Morrison. So that is the Daily Motivator. And of course, the quote for the evening is, to listen well is as powerful a means of communication and influence as to talk well. John Marshall. So with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one more special, because you are always one of blessed and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's one to call yourself. It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me, and hopefully by spending time together, we'll write some great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or maybe just recognizing that family is family, right? We should all love not just the people that we make family, but our actual families as well. Make sure the replay is not just for if you watch it, not just for if you listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Always remember, or see love you gotta give, or see love you gotta give, or see love you gotta give it. Whatever obstacles you overcome, whatever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud, you be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, I just want you to know that whatever you feeling in your heart, it's okay to feel that. Just remember to breathe, right? I think sometimes we hold our emotions a little too tight. And we need to be able to let that go, because whatever is out there for you is for you. I know it's cliche, but just because it's cliche doesn't mean it's not true. Okay, so keep holding on, keep doing your work, and don't give up on yourself, because life is too short. You're still here to be able to go after whatever you want to do, and that is a blessing within itself. Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love and send it right back to you. This is your final tour for the evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you based on your location. If this is not your final tour, I'll see you back here tonight at 8:30. The Logograms, Megan Thee Stallion, live. We're talking about. See you tonight at 8:30. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make.
Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's
Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn